Hello, Dave here. Welcome to another video. One about sunny Scarborough, but it's one I'm doing from home. Normally Scarborough and me go hand in hand with rain and bad weather. But I feel a little bit vindicated with this video because when I first started taking an interest in Scarborough's history just over 3 years ago now, because I don't live in Scarborough, I came across this map. It's a star fort map, and it tells you up here that it's Scarborough. So I hurried away and I made myself a little star fort video about Scarborough. Then a chap that was helping me out at the time with other things from the museum services, Jim Middleton, I sent him the video and he quickly wrote back to me and said, "You do realise the map you're using, it's Scarborough in Tobago, as in Trinidad and Tobago. It's not Scarborough on the North Yorkshire coast." I can see it now if I blow it up. It says it up there. But at the time, I couldn't see that, or I hadn't seen it. So Jim quickly pointed that out, so I went away and made another video to say, whoops, I got that one wrong. But I'll show you actually, how I came to them conclusions. It's quite an easy, I think that's the two. There you go. First of all, we'll go to that one. That's the original map. And what I quickly worked out, if you flip the map over, I'll close that one down. If you flip the map over, it fits in perfectly with the castle site. You have the tip of the star fort there that's fell away over the cliff. Well, there's a load of rubble at the bottom of there, I do know. Right down to the coastline here. But, I was completely wrong. The map was right. The map's perfectly right. It was me that had got it all wrong. So, you can imagine my absolute joy when I came across, where have we gone? When I came across this book on Scarborough, I've had it home for years. Now, it's a book put out by the Archaeological and History Society, and there's a bloke there, Trevor Pearson. He's been really great in providing me with information that I'm about to share with you shortly. But after having egg on my face with that star fort thing, imagine my delight when I came across this. This map was from 1855. It shows the Civil War star fort at Peasholm. So you have the mound in Peasholm Park down here. You have the huge mound there that the fair was on. And there's your little star fort on there. So I feel slightly vindicated. But to read further, my amazement and delight, another fort on the South Bay was totally destroyed when the Esplanade Hotel was built in the 19th century. So, it's just absolute heaven for me. I went away with egg on my chin because, the video was completely wrong. But then, this came along. Star forts, there can be small things like these, small 4-pointed one there. That's quite what you would think is quite a big building, but this star fort site is, just a small one. This is something like the one I believe was on the South Bay, the one that was demolished. It does show up on a map that Trevor sent over to me, and I'll show you a picture of it, as a 4-pointed star fort. So I would think originally it would have been something like that one there. and then star forts can go up to massive construct like that. It's a whole city inside a star fort, and you have your waterways around. But there is a website that I'll possibly show you. If I can, where have we gone? Here. It's the Star Fort website, starforts.com, and it gives a comprehensive guide to all these star forts that are found all over the world. You know, some countries there's only one or two. I mean, look at this at Canada. Now, I really do think that the one that we've got, or the one I'm about to show you, I think the South Bay was something like that. And I believe the North Bay to possibly be something like this at the bottom here. But I'll get onto that in a bit. But that's just to show you that, you know, this website does exist. And it's, if you want to read up on star forts, this is the place to come. I will link it in the descriptions below. So right, back to the pictures now. Oh, it's going to play up. Why does it always play up? This is the only map reference there is of the star fort in the South Bay. Now, it looks tiny, but what it does show that it was a 4-pointed star fort. So I'll go into what I think these things actually are in a little bit. But yeah, that's gone. There is reference to it as well in another book that I'll get to in a bit. But that's basically it for the South Bay, because I've really done no further investigation, but I think there's a heck of a lot that went on up here on the South Bay, you know, many centuries ago, that's been buried and covered up. But that's for another story, that. Right, Peasholm Star Fort. My delight, absolute delight, when I came across this, because it, like I say, it's in two. Sorry, there is two. There's one this side of the castle, maybe, you know, third of a mile away, and a third of a mile away on the other side. You've got another one, 4-pointed one. You know, it's quite a high mound, that. It's 100 foot. But, you know, this Peasholm mound as well was quite an important part in the past, I do believe. Let's see what the next picture is. This is another picture. This is, I think this has come from the archaeology report that Trevor provided for me. But as you can see, a little fort on the top. Ramparts to get up the place there. Now, I'll explain a little bit more about them ramparts in a bit. But as you can see, there was a magazine, they called it. But I mean, it could have been anything that was stuck on the top of there when these things were originally constructed. Right, this is just, I'll show you this website actually. It's absolutely great for, you know, just generally look and see what was around in your town in Victorian times. But as it clearly points out again, the Peasholm Star Fort there. But I'll just, 2 seconds if it's working, I'll bang on to that. This again I will put down in the details below. The page, it'll open up on Scarborough. But what it is, it's a map system whereby it starts in Victorian times, early Victorian times, and this blue slide here, that brings it right up to modern times. So if you use your mouse, you can drag this thing anywhere in the country, so you're not just restricted on Scarborough. But what it does show is the Peasholm Fort again, just here. There's a Peasholm Bridge there. And if you slowly bring it right back up into time, current time. Right, back to the pictures. Right, these next pictures, a series of pictures, are from the RAF just after the war. And I find it strange, the fact that they're taking 3 pictures of this place. It's quite an important mound. But you can clearly see the layout of, even not that far back, you know, your big swimming pool there. You have your lake here. But that was part of a moat. This whole mound, once over, will have been moated completely all the way around. And I'll go on to show you a bit more about that in a minute. Now, that's it from another angle. You know, this is one huge mound, and I do not believe for 1 minute that it's actually natural, and I'll show you why in a minute. Now, this next picture, slightly different angle, but there was an archaeological dig done around this area in 1991. Now, I've got the archaeological report, I'll link below if I can. But this was a little, for want of a better word, pillbox on the top here, early Victorian times. That's when the record of this, you know, it first appears. Now, it was named as a star fort, but I don't think it was. I don't think that little area there was. I think at some point in time, maybe early Victorian times, when maybe a bit before that, when they constructed this little garrison thing on the top of the mount here, I think maybe somebody's had the orders to build it on the star fort, meaning build that little thing on the star fort mount. Now, this is where, you know, I look at things and look outside the box. The archaeology report, I've got it somewhere. Just quickly on that. Pisa 1991. Because there is a few things I've highlighted on this. Is it going to load up for me? Oh, why do these things always let you down? Here we go. Right, again, Trevor very kindly sent me over this report. That one should already be open. Here we are. There's a couple of things that really took me interest. One is the overall general thing is, you know, that there was no definitive proof that there was that they'd come across the fort that we're looking for. There's some early images here, which is pretty much what I've shown you. The small star fort there, it's a 5-pointed star according to that one. But, like I say, that is a tiny little thing. That's what they're looking for. Again, this picture here, it shows you the huge mound with just a little garrison thing sat on the corner of that mound. The other thing that really got me, shows you the trenches here. You can see the outline of the star fort where I think it was. But this here, hollow way. Well, if that's your little star fort up here, why is the hollow way going underneath there? You know, these are just things that this actually tells you in this document about the other fort on the south cliff, a similar fort on Ram's Hill. That's what it used to be called. Protecting the South Bay and the southern approach to the town. The other thing that really got me as well, I found really, really interesting. And this was, yeah, and the small amount of artifacts that were found during the excavation, none could be definitely attributed to the fort. But what really got me was 11 sherds of medieval pottery, mainly Scarborough ware. Well, that's early medieval pottery, isn't it? Really is. 1150, 1200. But what also really got me is flint flakes. It's something I've got a bit of experience on as well. And I think you could safely say that the very small trenches that were dug, and the turning out that amount of 26 flint flakes were also recovered, including 2 broken cores, 2 possible blades, and a broken point. No prehistoric settlements are known in this immediate vicinity. Well, I think, you know, this is your prehistoric settlement just here. You know, I do think it's something that, as it states down here, that needs preserving. Right, back to these pictures. There's a few more to round off this video, if it'll let me. Where we're at here. It's going to load up for me. Yeah, here it is. I do think our P-zone fort is maybe something like these here. These are from the Starfort website. I mean, we know what an absolute vast place it is. The fairground that used to sit on the top of it. You know, that's the only time I've been on a roller coaster, that Mad Mouse there. They put me on fairground rides for life. But every now and again, a picture turns up that really blows my mind. I really want to thank so much this chap, because I saw the pictures. Where's it come? I saw the pictures online and, you know, wrote away and asked his permission if I can use the picture, because it really is mind-blowing for me. And it's a chap called Jason Draper, and he's from Scarborough _drones. Now, he's got some amazing drone footage that you can go and access on his Facebook page or on his website as well. But this is the picture that blew my mind, because what you can clearly see for me in this picture is, it's almost like, it is very much like a star fort, because they come down, then they have a little moat round. I'm not saying that there's water in that moat. Then they'll come down again. There'll be another little moat, then it'll come down again. And I do believe that, you know, if they took a big chunk out the centre, right down to this level, excuse me, that's the fort. That's the fortifications of this place, the original mound, the original fort that was up there. That little one was put in during, you know, maybe the Napoleonic Wars. And like I say, I think it's maybe been told or been said, you know, stick it up on the Starfort Castle site, because this is your Starfort here. You know, it's a clear down, moat round, clear down again, perfect geometric shape. And it does state in one of the documents that Trevor sent over about somebody commenting that they just decided to turf all this, you know, to try and encourage the grass to grow, and who knows, maybe to disguise it a bit. You know, these are my own lines that I've added, and you can see it's almost like a step pyramid, really, isn't it, without the top missing. But yeah, this is your second star fort, I think. This huge thing here, I think that's a bit of a red herring, that little thing up there. This is your Starfort mound. So, you know, who knows? See, if this is what I think it is, they'll still might have been backfilled in, concreted in, but there'll be quite a vast network underneath all this lot. I really do believe. Now, as to whether any of that exists or not, I don't know. You know, it's something maybe never get to know. But if there is any spare cash in the Archaeological Society want to do another dig, yeah, this is take a cross section out of here. You know, JCB right in a lot of it. Or failing that, Durham University, I think they've done a little bit of geophys work for me. You know, get them up here and geophys the lot, the whole mound. Because I think it will have a few tales to tell, so to speak. And there you go again, you know, that's taking it down even further. Because I do believe it goes down further than what we see here. And when you see it from the air, you can go and have a look at Google Earth. You can see the distinctive shape. It will have been molded back in the day when it was built all the way around. And that's it, basically. There's not a great deal I can say. Only that Scarborough has 2 star forts. Thanks for watching. Bye.